What's up everybody and welcome back. First off, I just have to say thank you all for subscribing and please keep on doing so. We're at 89% now. We dropped it from 99 to 89. This recommendation is fantastic, especially if you like tomboys. So today I'm recommending Wakaba-Chan Wants to Make It Clear, which is being written and drawn by Konkichi. It's 13 chapters and it's a comedy romance school life. And right off the bat, I have to say that this is easily one of the most fun romance manga I've ever read. So this manga is about Daiki Sasahara and Wakaba Saejima. They're childhood friends who obviously have feelings for each other. Wakaba more so, or at least she has acknowledged her feelings for Daiki, while he seems to be figuring them out maybe. I don't know if he actually knows his feelings for her, or if he's still like, I don't know if I like her like that, but he's also not willing to let anybody else like her like that. So he's a little hard to tell because he's obviously possessive of her in more than a friend's way. The problem is though that Daiki isn't good with girls, which was perfect when they were children and Wakaba was a tomboy. But now that they're high schoolers, Wakaba isn't actually still a tomboy. She's a former tomboy who is pretending to still be a tomboy around him, going as far as changing her clothes and hairstyle before meeting up with Daiki after school. And at the same time, Wakaba is slowly easing him into the fact that she's actually girly by going out with him dressed how she would normally dress to get him to more so acknowledge her as a girl so that they can start dating. All of which was spurred on by Daiki admitting he wants a girlfriend. And obviously Wakaba felt some type of way about that because she was like, I'm right here, dog. I'm your girlfriend. He's just the one that has to catch up on that, you know what I'm saying? Because usually you see the tomboy childhood friend try and be girly to catch the guy's interest, where in this, she's using the former tomboy persona just to make him feel comfortable around her so he can be himself. Because when she showed up looking all cute, my boy was flabbergasted, you hear me? For days, okay? Mans was shook, and I love it so much because usually it's the she's embarrassed because she feels it doesn't suit her, while he's like, just try it. And then she's all embarrassed but looks great. Whereas in this, she's pretending the opposite way, to still be tomboyish, while basically teasing Daiki with her actual girliness, not to get him flustered, but to get him to acknowledge her. And it's 100% working, because every time she does, Daiki starts stuttering. Just this little twist on the tomboy childhood friend narrative has easily made it one of my favorite romance, or should I say tomboy romance. I'm not really sure because she's not really a tomboy anymore. She can be, but she's not. But she's gonna pretend to be to win this man. So this is easily one of my most fun romance I've read in a while. Not to say that the others I've recommended weren't also, but they had a lot more adorable tones. This one has its moments of being adorable, but I think just this unique story stance makes it so much more fun than it is adorable. And that's not a bad thing because it is very unique. Most childhood friend winner romances, the entire story focuses on the two mains and their lives together. And I'm not saying that this one doesn't, but one of the things that makes this story more unique and special than those is that the two don't go to the same school. Daiki goes to an all-boys school, which probably contributes to his not knowing how to deal with girly girls, while Wakaba goes to a regular co-ed school. So even though the story is obviously about them, unlike usual stories, it feels like they have their own individual lives, and both have chapters where it's stories of them with their friends and not each other. So they feel more like real people with separate lives who are just each other's favorite person, and it's great. It also had to be done because then Wakaba would have to choose one persona to go with all the time, or her friends would have to be in on it. But instead, since they're separated, she gets gets to more easily live this double persona life, which I'm sure will turn into greater shenanigans later, like in the next chapter where they're going on a family getaway and she agreed with Daiki to vote to go to the mountains, but since she started her ease him into her true persona plan, she went back on it and voted to go to the beach so that she could finally show him what she looks like in a cute girly swimsuit. So if you want to see that, it should be in chapter 14, unless that chapter turns out to be a shopping for the swimsuit chapter. Either way, it's going down. And it's one of the things that I love about this. It's these little things that she does to kind of catch his attention. And it's like I said before, even though she's playing like a tomboy, and even though she has admitted her feelings, at least to herself, in regards to Daiki, and Daiki hasn't, he's obviously feeling it because one of his friends who got dumped after a 2-week relationship, don't know how that happens, but he got dumped after a 2-week relationship, asked Daiki to set him up with his childhood friend, at least so that they could be friends, he could be friends with a girl. And Daiki was like, yeah, whatever. But then when the moment came, he was like, there's no way in hell I am letting this guy be friends with her. Because in his mind, he was like, if this happens and they get together and I lose her, you could see it on his face. He was just pissed at the thought. So he was like, nah, do you have a friend who can get with my friend and they can just be friends? That maybe leads into something else later, because he was not about to lose Wakaba to anybody. Yet he hasn't admitted it yet. But these little assaults that Wakaba is doing on him with her being girly out of nowhere, it's really wearing him down. And I'm loving it because it's so much fun. Because it's not really done in like a crazy comedic style. It's done more, at least sometimes, in a subtle way. Like once he joined her to go to a convenience store, they came back, she was teasing him because he forgot his wallet so he couldn't get anything. And the only reason he went with her in the first place is because he didn't want her to go alone, but he wasn't gonna admit that. But so when they got back, she went into her apartment and she was in a full jacket, zipped up, and she came back out to give him a consolation ice cream, but she had unzipped the jacket to show that underneath she was wearing regular girly pajamas, and Daiki could barely handle it. So it's little things like that that are getting to him, that she's subtly influencing him to be like, I'm the girlfriend, and I love it. Both characters are fantastic. The friends around them aren't bad either, and as far as Wakaba's friends, only one may be annoying when they find out about her liking him and yada yada, but as far as Wakaba herself goes, she's fantastic. She's obviously pretty and athletic because she's a tomboy, make-believe-ish, but what I really like about her is just how clever her whole making Daiki hers plot is, because she knows him so well. She knows he won't be interested in any other girl, and Daiki himself already admitted that Wakaba would never lose in a childhood friend versus heroine matchup. Partly, I assume, because of his own feelings for her, but also because of how determined she is when she's going after something. Little does he know that thing is him. Daiki, on the other hand, is a chill guy. He obviously gets flustered by Wakaba, but she's also not making it so obvious that he would catch on. But unlike last week's main, Daiki is really tall, like completely opposite, so he doesn't have that issue going for him. But he seems like an average, everyman kind of guy. So far, there's nothing really to dislike about his character, but the real MC feels like it's Wakaba, because she's the one trying to win him. Not that anyone else is trying, but she's the main force behind what's going on in this manga. Honestly, the only problem I have with this manga are the chapter lengths, because they're just too short, like 10 to 15 pages maybe, which if you're gonna give me that, I'm gonna need 2 chapters a month. But unfortunately, it seems like it's monthly, which is a shame because it's so good and so much fun. And then waiting for a short chapter kind of feels like a shame. Regardless, I still love it. It's still fantastic to me, and I will gladly wait for the newest chapter each month and just treat it like a treat. And you should too, because this is a fantastic manga to read. If this looks interesting to you, like and subscribe, check out the manga. Thank you again to all the new and old subscribers. In 2 weeks, we've got the 99% not subscribed down to 89, which is just incredible. Let's keep seeing how low we can get it. And if you want more recommendations or some merch, the playlist and store are linked in the description box. Other than that, I'll see all of you in the next one.